Hello.
Jonas!
Oh, thank you. That was the ghosts. The ghosts. I'm not sure if you know this, but the ghosts just broke a light fixture up in the upstairs. It was not me. It was the ghosts. They broke the light fixture. Well, thank you so much, Bob, for that wonderful introduction. I can't wait to see what I'm going to do now. We have a very, very exciting show for you planned. But before we get started, I know Bob had talked a little bit about this, but I'd like to preface it by saying that has this ever happened to you, where you find yourself in a rut? I don't know. You just someone asks you, they say, "Hey, how you doing?" And you say, "Oh, I'm all right. I'm all right." And then they say, "Oh, well, what'd you do today?" And you think about it. You say nothing. How often does this happen? We don't do anything with our lives. It is a magical life if we're willing to live it that way. Because every day can be special. Because every day is special. Just like today. I ran a 5K. I graduated from college. I jumped out of an airplane. And now I'm doing a magic show for all of you. Thank you all for being here. Today is special. That's why I have a gift for one of you. It is this mystery box. Everyone go, ooh. Now, I'm not just going to give this mystery box to just anyone. It has to be someone that I don't even know who's going to get this box. So, I have this mystery ball. Everyone go, ooh. I'm going to toss the mystery ball into the audience. Whoever catches the mystery ball will throw it to someone else. Whoever catches the mystery ball then we'll throw it to someone else. And that third person who catches the mystery ball of mystery will be the one to receive this special gift to hold on to. I'm going to toss it. I'm going to turn my back. I want to make sure I actually throw it to someone. Again, if you catch the ball, please throw it to someone else. Oh, Pam, she's playing volleyball. Throw it to someone else. That's my cousin. Hello. And that's, oh, I had no idea. I had no idea that it was going to go to Michael. But I do know you, Michael. But I do know that I can trust you. Is that true, Erskine? Can we trust Michael? All right. Your job is to make sure no one gets into the box and make sure that no one gets out of the box. Can you do that for me? Yeah. It would actually be kind of weird if someone was inside the box. It is a combination lock. I'm going to mix up the lock. You would hold on to this. Do not, oh yes. No, Dad's not in there. Justin got Dad. That's a cremation joke. Thank you. I just burned me. That's just fantastic. So, what was I doing? That is a gift for you. However, I have that gift for you, but you know what? You're going to open that, but not until the end of the show. Since we're going with delayed gratification, I feel like I should give you something now so that you get, something out of this. So I'm going to have you do a quick card trick. You can stay right where you are. I'm going to have you pick out any one of these cards. All right? You have a free choice of any card, but do not show anyone what card you picked. Very important. Yes, Erskine, please look away. Please pick out a card. Do not show me. Don't show anyone else. Just take a look at it yourself. Make sure you actually know what the card is. Be sure to look at it. Sometimes when I do this, people don't look at the card. And then when I say, was this your card? They say, well, I don't know. Have you seen your card? All right, you may place your card back into the deck. And I don't even need the cards. I don't even need the cards because all of you, of all of you, one of you already knows what that card is that Michael is just thinking of. Now, you didn't show anyone else what that card was. Now, there was no assigned seatings when you came in. this evening. You could have sat on this side of the room. You could have sat on that side of the room. You could have sat up front, in the back, in the middle. You all could change your seats right now even. But don't, because we have to keep the show going. But one of you was chosen without you even realizing it to know what card that is. Everyone, underneath of one of the chairs, there's a box of playing cards taped to the very bottom of the chair. So to the very bottom of the chair, you'll feel a deck of cards taped to the bottom. I hope it's not one of these empty chairs.
It's Barbara!
Oh, it's Barbara! Barbara's the winner! Hey! All right, Barbara, what I'd like you to do is to please open up the box, and take the cards out. I'll take the box. What I'd like you to do is just go through the cards and take out Michael's card. Now, you didn't see of course you didn't see the card. It's okay if you tell us now. For the first time, the card that you're merely thinking of, tell everyone in a loud voice.
3 of clubs.
3 of clubs. So Barbara, look through the deck, take out the 3 of clubs, and when you have it, I'll take back the rest of the cards. Let there be light. Yeah, okay, I'll take the rest of the cards. Now, also, I should note, there's no other 3 of clubs in the deck. That's not some sort of trick deck that you might find at a magic store. It is a trick deck. I just don't want you to think that it is. Also important to note that the cards are all blue. This comes from a blue box of cards. A blue box of cards. Every card in this deck is blue, except for one card. One card, Barbara already knows what's going on. Barbara, can you tell everyone what color is the back of that card?
Red.
It's red. You can hold it up so everyone can see. Yes, it is indeed a red card. Give her a nice big hand. Now, I will give you the cards to hang on to. Just hang on to those. I will take the card. I'm going to hold it up so everyone can see. It is, in fact, the only red card in the entire deck. I'm seeing more and more familiar faces. Hi, everybody. Thank you all for coming. This is my intervention. I organized it myself. Oh, thank you, Mark. I love this guy. You know, I was going to call you to invite you to the show personally, but then I forgot. Thank you for being here. Very special card, the 3 of clubs. This is where most card tricks end. This one is just beginning, because we're going to do a little magic trick with your 3 of clubs. Thank you again, Michael. I'm going to tear the card up. And Michael, I'm going to have Barbara do this. I'm going to give you the piece, Barbara, so that when we see the card again, you'll be able to match up the piece to the card to know it's the same card. You may hang on to that. Okay. And I'm going to perform the trick with Michael's 3 of clubs. This is called the classic torn and restored card trick. You tear up the card. You give it a little magic formula here. Okay. You, I happen to know, nephew, you've done far grosser things. I've been where you live. I've seen you sleeping. Just a couple nights ago, I saw you sleeping. I went into your room. Never mind. I'm going to put these pieces all back together, but I need my magic wand. This is my special magic wand. We say the magic words. Hocus. That's right, brother. Hocus pocus, alama Jonas. That's my name. And the pieces go all back together just like magic. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you. Anne's not impressed. It gets better, Anne. I promise. I promise. What I forgot to tell you, not only did the pieces go back together, but I transported the pieces somewhere else. Barbara, are you still holding on to the box of cards? Will you please open up the box and take out the cards? And please look and see if there's a 3 of clubs in that deck of cards. The suspense is breathtaking. And laughable, too. Thank you. Is there a 3 of clubs in there?
Yep.
There is. My mother's laughing. It is laughable. Will you please tell us what is different about this 3 of clubs? It is red.
It's got the corner.
The corner missing. Does it match the corner that I just gave you?
Yes, it does.
So this means it is the very same 3 of clubs that we just had a moment ago. Thank you, Grandpa. Thank you.
Hi.
I appreciate it. My grandfather's here. Thank you. Barbara, you can hold on to the little piece of card as a souvenir from the show. I need the rest of the deck and at least the majority of this card for my next show in October. Thank you. It's one of my favorite tricks. If I have time, I'll fall on the floor. About that intervention. But it's a true story. It just happened the other day. I graduated from college. Well, that was today. I graduated. It just happened the other day, but by the way, is a book that's on sale over here. Julie, wave your hand, hold up the book. The books are on sale. It tells the story of my life until 2010, and then after that, you have to wait for the next book. But I did graduate from college today, and as college was ending, and I was dropping the microphone, I thought to myself, I'm going to need to find a job. School is over. I need to find a job now. So I did what any youth would do. I went onto Craigslist to find some appropriate jobs. I found this one as a teacher. You know, I've taught various classes before, but this one was as a teacher teaching origami. Origami teacher. So I thought about it, I considered it, but then I thought, well, you know, there's too much paperwork. Thank you. Thank you. I decided not to take that one. So then I saw this posting for a job at a fire hydrant factory. I was like, you know, I'm not opposed to getting my hands dirty, you know, manufacturing. It's a good job, an honest job. I'm highly qualified now with my liberal studies degree. So I called them up, set the appointment for the interview. This is a true story. It just happened the other day. And but when I drove there, I realized this is not going to work out because you can't park anywhere near the place because of the fire hydrants. Thank you. My cousin's going crazy. So I didn't take that job. So then I persevered on Craigslist, as many people do, and I saw a job in sales, selling shampoo. Now, I'm not much of a salesman. I can hardly sell my own magic show. But it worked today. Thank you, all of you. But it was selling shampoo in Jamaica. I was going to have to relocate there. Apparently, the market for shampoo, there's a shortage down there. It's dreadful. So they get worse. They do get worse. So then I decided, no, let's quit. Are you going to be okay? I decided to quit the Craigslist, and I decided to get my entrepreneur spirit going. So I decided to become a photographer. Hey, I have an iPhone. Everyone with an iPhone can be a photographer now, right? So I decided, though, you have to specialize. You always have to be different. You have to be unique. I decided to specialize in pictures of fog. I would only take pictures of, it would set me apart from every other photographer, right? But the first few tries, it didn't really work out because every time I tried to take a picture, I missed. Yeah. So that didn't work out. I decided then to get into restaurants. I like food. Who doesn't like food? I decided I was going to open up my own restaurant. But again, you have to be different. You have to be unique. I decided to have a theme. And the theme of my restaurant was outer space. And everyone thought the food was great. I thought it was going to work really well. but everyone complained that there was no atmosphere, which was... So then I dropped the microphone again, and I thought to myself, no, keep the building, change the theme. I changed the theme of the restaurant. The place was called Karma. Now at this place, you never actually ordered food, I just gave you what you deserved. No one really liked that, so as few people do, I suppose. So I decided, I almost was going to give up. I was thinking, okay, well, maybe I'm just going to have to become a full-time student, go back to school. But then I remember what my father used to tell me when I was a little boy. He used to say, Jonas, because that's my name. He'd say, Jonas, never give up on your dreams. Just keep sleeping. Or as he used to call it, resting my eyes. Yeah, he was sleeping. So then I decided that I'm going to pursue my true dream of being a comedian. Hey. You're supposed to say, yeah. It's too late. Again, you have to, like a writer, you write what you know. You do jokes about what you know. I decided I was going to write jokes about unemployment. Some of them are good, but I don't know. Most of them need work. Okay, Mark, I'm done. I apologize. That was the worst one. Let's get back to the magic. But I am seeking a career as a comedian. That is true, and it ties a lot into my work as a magician, because magic and comedy, it embodies two things that are similar: the rational and the absurd. When you take rational things and you create absurdities with them, that equals magic, and oftentimes elicits laughter. I'm going to give you an example from comedy and then an example from magic so you can understand what I'm talking about. This was about a week ago. I was at Country Bank over at Four Corners, and I was at the ATM. I was in line behind this woman. It was an elderly woman, and she clearly didn't know what she was doing at the ATM because she turned around and she said, "Excuse me, Sonny, will you help me check my balance?" You know me, I like to serve others. Heck, I gave a trucker a ride to the airport today. I want to serve others. So I said, oh, sure. So I shoved her. She fell right over. Terrible balance. Rational in the absurd. A magic example is this. I have inside my pocket a piece of paper with a word written on. A piece of paper with a word. I'd like all of you to do me a favor, just think of a word. Think of any word. Think of any word. I see my nephew really thinking hard. Everyone think of any word at all. If you have a really good word, please raise your hand now. We have 2 people are playing along, 3, 4 people. Do we see 5? We have 5. Do we have 6? Do we have 6? Okay, I see your hand, sir. What's your name? John. John, J-O-N or J-O-H-N? J-O-H-N. You didn't get gypped on that H. Not like this guy over here. Hi, John. How you doing? It's my other friend, John. So J-O-H-N, you're thinking of a word. In my pocket, I have a piece of paper with a word written on it. Would you be amazed if that paper had your word written on it?
Absolutely.
Well, prepare to be amazed. For the first time, you can, in a loud voice so everyone can hear, what word are you thinking of?
Blast.
Blast. Watch close. Watch close. Inside my pocket, it's a piece of paper. Blast.
Absolutely amazing.
Thank you. I am going to fall eventually. John, you're going to be the dictionary holder, please. Please hold the dictionary. And, oh, you're very welcome. John, do you know anyone here who is a rational person? Do you know anyone else here?
Yes.
Yes. Who is this person of wisdom and rationality?
The gentleman to my right,
The-
Rich.
Rich, are you a rational person? Sure. Will you please join us on stage? Let's give Richard, you said Rich? Rich, nice big hand. Please join us up here. Thank you so very much for joining us. I know John just surprised you. Please watch your step. I like to fall over the stairs personally, but you can do whatever you'd like. You can come right over here, face the crowd. Actually, let me move this out of your way. So where are you from?
Belgium now.
I've been there.
Yes, I know. I've seen you perform there.
Oh, you have?
Under the tent.
Oh, yeah, under
There.
I'm going to be there this year, too. You should go. Yeah.
We don't have to pay, though.
Oh, yes.
It's free.
It is free. You should go, and it's free. Rich or Richard?
Rich is fine.
Rich is fine. Do you know anyone here? Do you know anyone else here who is absurd?
Mark.
Oh! So you know Mark?
I do.
How long have you known Mark?
20 years? 30 years.
30 years. How do you know each other?
We work together.
At Pathfinder?
Yes.
Oh, my goodness. What do you do at Pathfinder?
I'm retired now.
Oh, I have, many of my friends are also retired. Yeah.
That happens.
Yeah, it does happen. Mark, would you mind joining us up here? Let's give Mark a nice big hand. Mark and Rich. I had no idea he was going to come up just now, but you are right. He is absurd. Mark, thank you so much for coming. I appreciate that.
My pleasure, Frank.
Yeah.
Nice
How'd
to
you
meet you.
hear about the show?
I'm on the mailing list for
On the mailing list.
historical
Oh, I meant to call you. I was thinking about you the other day. This is true. It's a true story.
That's okay. I don't feel slighted or anything.
Oh, okay. I'll have you know, I model my performing after you. I wear the vest now.
I am Mr. Vesta.
Mr. Vesto, yeah. Rational and absurd. This is very true. So on the rational side, we have The Adventures of Sherlock Holmes. The Adventures of Sherlock Holmes. You're going to be Mr. Rational. You may hold on to the book. And Mark, as a representative of the absurd, we have the Big Book of Silly Jokes. Perhaps what is most silly about this is it's kind of a small book. I think that's the real joke. We're going to start with the rational.
Okay.
All right, so I'm going to flip through the pages of the book. Wherever I say stop, well, no, wherever you say stop, we're going to stop, and whatever page that is will be the page that he opens up to. So we're using the absurd to find the rational. Does this make sense? No, perfect. Please, you may put on your glasses.
Thank you, sir.
I'm going to flip through the book, just say stop at any point.
Stop.
Go back, go further. Are you happy here?
I'm good.
I'd like you to take a look at the number. What's the number?
71.
71, page 71. You're going to turn to page 71, and you're going to look at the very first word. You may hold on to the book. You look at the very first word on that page. Don't let anyone else see what that word is. At the very, it would be the top left of that page. Do you see the word, a single word up there?
I do.
You do. Do you have it memorized?
Well, I can.
Please memorize. He's very precision of language. He's very rational. I have some friends like you. You have the word memorized?
I do.
So if you close the book, you'll be able to tell us later.
Yes.
All right, I'll take back the book. We do not need the book because I'm going to write down the word that I think you're thinking of on my note card. Thank you.
That's good.
Thank you.
I don't have a symbol.
All right, so I'm going to write on the note card the word that I think that Rich is thinking of. Look into my eyes. This helps me with the trick. I think, Rich, I've got it. I think this is the word that you're thinking of. I'm going to put the marker away. I'm going to commit to this word. For the first time, before I turn it over, for the first time, please tell everyone the word that you're thinking of.
It's a hyphenated word,
Oh, it's a hyphenated word. That's fine.
and it's notebook.
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 This is uncanny. This is uncanny. That's exactly what I wrote down. It's exactly what I wrote down. Exactly.
Perfect.
Yeah. Notebook. I didn't ask you, nephew. No, it does say notebook in code that only I have the key to. But I assure you it says notebook. You believe me. Most of you are family and friends. You believe me. It's my code. Pamama. All right, I will tell you the code, Rich. I'll tell you the code. P stands for page. So P235RC is page 235. RC is right column. Page 235, right column. John has a dictionary. And I'm sure on page 235 in the right column, there is an interesting word. Oh, do you need glasses as well? Does the person next to you not need glasses? It's notebook. I've seen the trick before. Let me turn up the music. It makes it much more interesting. This is a half-hour long track, so take your time. So on page 235, right column, do you see the word notebook? Somewhere?
Right column?
Right column, yes, on page 235.
Absolutely amazing.
Oh, he is smiling. He's in shock and disbelief.
It is right in the middle of the right column.
In the middle of the right column, you can show that the people around you, lest you think anyone think that he is just humoring me, which I appreciate when they do. Well, let's give John a nice big hand. And Rich as well. Thank you so much. You may have a seat. Thank you so much. But Mark, you're going to stay up here. You're going to stay up here, Mark, because as I go down into the audience to retrieve my dictionary, which I need for my next show actually it's September, because I am doing the fair. September is my next show. You're going to open up to so just flip through the book and just stop at any point. Just stop at any page and look at the first word on that page. Do you see the first word?
Left or right?
Doesn't matter. Do you have
Okay, I got it.
you have the word? Is it memorized? Precision of language. You may close up the book and put the book onto the table. I am now going to try and guess what that was the other trick, what word Mark is thinking of. Again, I'm going to put it down on my note card. I'm going to write down the word that I think he's thinking of. Now this one, I'm going to get a little more precise. Again, precision of language, because you are the absurd one. You're welcome, Mr. Vesto. I want you to imagine this word in big block letters, capital letters, right out in front.
Got it.
He's so absurd. I'm going to get this letter by letter. Imagine the first letter. Can you see the first letter?
I see it. It's right there.
All right. I'm seeing a vertical line, as many block letters do, I suppose, and some horizontal lines. Does that make sense?
Absolutely.
All right, that's the first letter. Let's go to the last letter. See the?
I got it.
We should go on the road. All right, I'm seeing another vertical line and just one horizontal line. Does that make sense?
Absolutely.
All right, if this is the word, then there's probably, I'm seeing an A in the middle. Is there an A in the middle?
Yes, there is.
All right, then this has to be. I'm going to put the marker away. I'm going to show everyone the word that I think that you are thinking of. I'm not going to show you. Don't tell us what the word is yet. But this is the word, and don't say the word out loud, because we have to, just in case I'm wrong, I'm going to have time to fix it. This is the word I think he's thinking of. I love you folks. This is the word that I think that you're thinking of, all right? Apparently it's a silly word, all right? To find out if this is the word that you're thinking of, I want to ask you some questions about this word, all right? If this is the word that I think it is it an action?
Yes.
Is it something that you do
Often.
often? What a good sport, thank you, Mark. Is this something you do alone or with other people?
Oh, both.
Alrighty then. All right. Is this something you might do on a first date?
Hopefully.
Hopefully. I love you. Is this something you enjoy doing?
Absolutely.
All right. I'm going to ask you one last question, and because it seems like that this really is the word that he's thinking of. And the question is this something that maybe sometimes can get a little messy?
Yes.
My nephew. I love him. I'm going to show you the word that I wrote down, and then I want you to tell us if this is the word that you are thinking of.
Yeah.
And what is the word that you're thinking of?
Eat.
Eat. Mark, thank you.
My pleasure.
I love you. Mark Thompson, ladies and gentlemen. That was absurd. As you all came into the hall this evening, you were all given a piece of paper and a pencil. I suppose a lot of you are wondering, what are we going to do with this piece of paper and pencil? I'm going to tell you what you're going to do now. You're all going to draw a picture of me. I'm kidding, no. You can, though, if you'd like. No, you're going to write down a request. You're going to write down a request for a song that you would like to hear me play on the saxophone. Because magic was one of my first passions growing up, but early on, one of my other passions was always music. And I'm just tickled pink that my mom is here, because my mom and dad, I was so thrilled. Just after my 9th birthday, they bought me a saxophone. And I'm just so thankful that, however many years that is ago from now, 20 some odd years, that I'm still playing the saxophone. So this one is dedicated to my mother, by the way. Thank you, Mother. And my father at Justin's house. There we go. So please, write down a song that you think would sound good, I should mention, on a saxophone. That is another point. A song that you would like to hear me play on the saxophone. You may do this now. Once you have the song written down, you're going to fold these papers in half. You're going to pass them to the person on the left of your row, and I'm going to come around with this little bowl in a moment. Actually, people on this side left, on this side, pass it to the person on your right. That'll make more sense. Take your time. We still have quite a while to go on this track. There we go. All right. I hope you all picked some good songs. Let's see. I'm going to have my nephew help out with this next part. I want you to reach in and pull out a whole bunch of them. Reach in and pull out a whole bunch. A whole bunch. Even more than that. A whole bunch. A whole fistful. There we go. I want you to choose one of them. I'll take the rest of them. All right. Choose one of them.
Just pick one.
Just pick. Don't go through all of them. Just take one at random. Drop some on the floor. Thank you. And let's see what this says. Let's see what this says. We have, oh, these are blank slips. Of course you picked the blank one. Let's see. This is The Way We Were. You know, I don't know that song on this. I will not play this song. I hope we don't have more of those. Boy Named Sue. I know that song. I don't know how to play it. This was a bad idea. All right, let's see if this works anyway. Let's start over here. And your name?
Edith Webster.
Edith Webster. Jonas Cain.
Hi.
Hi. I have a slip for you. Do not open this just yet. Do not open this yet. I hope this is a song I actually know. Hey, John, what's your name?
John.
John. I'm going to have you take a slip as well. Don't open it just yet. Let's go in the middle over here. Yeah. Hi.
Hi.
Hi, what's your name?
Kim.
Kim? Hi, I'm Jonas.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. Don't pick that one. You may take this one. Let's get some people on this side of the crowd. Let's go over here. Oh, hi, good to see you. Almost didn't recognize. Nice to see you. Hello. I love how my family and friends are here. This makes this so much more fun. All right, you get a song. Let's get someone over here now. Maybe at least one or two more songs. Renee, what's your name?
Renee.
Renee, nice to see you. Will you choose a song?
For sure.
Thank you.
Thanks.
And last but not least, oh, Jen, you get one too. Do not show anyone your slips. I think, how many did we hand out? If you have a slip, please hold up your hands up high so I can see where we are. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we have 6 slips out and about. I'm going to now play these songs one at a time on my saxophone. Hey Jude, I also don't know. I hope we didn't pick. These are great songs, but I know like Mary Had a Little Lamb, you know, Hot Cross Buns. Classics. These are classics. So starting over here, Edith. Edith, right? Will you please, for the first time, tell everyone the song that was requested? What song is requested? Yes, it's okay if you tell me. Otherwise, I won't know what to play. I think I know who would do that with. Thank you for choosing one that I know. All right, Amazing Grace. I have to tune up first. You know what? I was in such a rush to get everything out. I forgot to warm up, Bob. I think that's what's wrong. I forgot to warm up that. Oh, you know what? There's a rabbit. There's a rabbit inside of my saxophone. Everyone can come up and pet the rabbit after the show. I thought it was funny. That's my jazz interpretation of Amazing Grace. Sounded nothing like it, did it? Thank you, Mr. Thank you. I will play Amazing Grace. I learned this song. This is a true story. It just happened the other day. Well, back in '94. I was commissioned by my family to play this Amazing Grace on the saxophone for my great-grandmother's funeral. Many of you were there. So I'd like to play her special request. I think I know who this is. And thank you, Edith. Thank you, Edith. But John also selected one of the requests. If you could please tell us what this request is. I can play this one for you folks.
The theme of the Pink Panther.
The theme of the Pink Panther. Did you do that? He should have did, but he did not did. My brother Stephen taught me this. This is a true. My brother Stephen taught me this song when I was a little boy, growing up as a little girl. He taught me how to play this song. But I can use any bathroom now, so it's great. It's topical. It is absurd. Oh, that's not it. We have another song, though. Oh, thank you, nephew. Thank you. Kim, what song do we have?
Call me maybe.
I do know this. I don't know how to play it on the saxophone. Call Me Maybe. That's one of those new pop songs from like a year ago. Is it Kesha?
I think so.
I've heard of Kesha.
Sorry, just kidding.
Carly, Pamela knows. Pamela knows everything. You know, the problem with these pop songs, when you play them on the saxophone, it's just a bunch of tudu-tudu-tudu. That part sounded more like the song. Yeah. Call me maybe. You can call me maybe. Call me. Thank you. Someone else picked a song. Who else picked a song? Oh yes, I'm back. Please. What song do we have? Edelweiss. Edelweiss. I've never actually played that on the saxophone. I've attempted it on the recorder. This is true. This is a song that I was requested only one other time. I used to do magic shows at assisted living facilities and in nursing homes, and I used to always play my saxophone because I like the saxophone. It's fun. We could sing along and stuff. But that was one song I got requested once, never got to play it. But recorder's a little different. Let me see if I can do it. I think I need a fourth there. have just one more song, or do we have? Oh, we have two more. I do want to keep one of them a secret song. A secret song. I like to do these things where I have little secrets, even for myself. I have these little secret things that I tell myself, and I forget about them, and that way I'm surprised later. I want to keep the last one as a secret, but we do have. I'm going to play one last one for now. Oh, of course, green sleeves. Apps, of course, green sleeves. All right, this is one. This was my father's ploy to practice more. As he said, if you learn to play green sleeves, I will give you $5. So I did learn it, and then every day I kept playing it for him, expecting more $5 bills. He only gave me one, but green sleeves. That was the saxophone recital portion of the show. Now we come to the part of the show that a little storytelling portion of the show. I was talking to some people beforehand, and some of them recalled an incident several years ago. It was in 1998, this month. It was May 27th, 1998. I did a performance at my high school talent show. My cousin was there, my cousin Rachel. Everyone say hi to Rachel. Hi, Rachel. She was my lovely assistant. God bless you, by the way. God bless you. And God bless America. And at this magic show, I made a huge error. I was going to show you the video, but if you folks go onto youtubes.com, it's not actually plural, I just like to say things in plural sometimes. youtubes.com, type in Jonas Cain, you'll see a video of me making a huge mistake on stage. I'll tell you a little bit more about that mistake, but first, I'm going to show you a version of that trick that's a little less dangerous. This will make sense. Some of you know what I'm talking about. I'm specifically trying to be vague to keep you in suspense. Nephew, never try this at home. On that particular day, oh so long ago, I had a series of test tubes. Each test tube was filled with water, except for one. One was filled with hydrochloric acid. And the idea was that I was supposed to drink from the test tubes, from all the ones that contained the water, of course leaving the one that had the acid. That was the idea. Now, in this evening's performance of this piece, I'm not going to be using hydrochloric acid and in test tubes. Instead, I'm using paper bags, and instead of water, I'm using these little wooden blocks. And each of these bags is containing a wooden block to give each block the same approximate weight. So you're not able to tell one bag from the other simply by its feel. The last bag will have a wooden block as well, but it's going to have one final thing inside. A nail. The idea is I'm going to have to avoid the bag that has the nail. Now I'm going to go around the room. You folks, perhaps you can feel this nail. It's not something you would want to jam your hand down firmly onto, right? Want to feel the nail. Dave, hi Dave. Everyone say hi to Dave. I like him. He's fun. A couple more. Again, this is not something you would want to willfully do, but I do this for your entertainment pleasure. And it's a magical life. Maybe it's going to work this time. So the idea now is I'm going to place the block inside the bag. I'm going to give the bags a little mix, and then we're going to try and avoid that bag with the nail. Of course, if I'm the only one mixing the bags, you're going to accuse me of following along where the bags go. So I'm just going to give the bags a quick mix. I caught you peeking. So that they're a little more mixed now, but I'm going to have I'm going to invite one of you to come up here and give the bags a little bit more of a mix. I can't think of anyone more appropriate than the only other absurd person in this room, my Uncle Frank. He's absurd. So you're gonna watch your step. You're gonna come right behind the table here, right? And your job in a moment is going to take the bags at the very tips, because if you pick up the one with the nail, I don't want you to get hurt by the nail. So you're gonna pick up the bags 2 at a time at the very tips, and you're going to change their position. Any 2 bags, any 2 positions. The idea is to give them a mix so that you do not know where the nail is. But be very careful. Again, I don't want you to get hurt. I am insured. I just don't want to have to use it. Does this make sense?
Yeah.
All right, you may step right behind the table over here. Yep, right there. And you may start mixing the bags now.
All of them.
Yeah, just 2 at a time. Yep, perfect. I'm going to finish the story that I started about the first time that I tried this. On that fateful night, my cousin Sue is just shaking her head. Were you in the audience that night? You were not in the audience. It's for the best. On that particular day, the very first in this case it was the test tube, the very first test tube I drank had the acid. It's true. This is not something you should do at a high school talent show, unless you're Jonas, apparently. I was very talented, apparently. Are the bags mixed?
Also,
Do you know which bag has the nail?
no.
Does anyone know which bag has the nail? All right. Not even my brother. He wants me to get hurt. Oh no, he's a nice old brother now. He's a nice older brother now. All right. Uncle Frank, I'm going to have you step over this way. Let me move this chair out of the way. I'm going to get you out of harm's way. You're going to make a series of choices for me by just choosing anyone here, by just pointing to any. It could be someone you know, it could be someone you don't know, it could be someone that you know that you'd rather not know. Just point to anyone. Who are we pointing to? Is it my cousin?
Yep.
It's my cousin Rachel. Hi, Rachel. On that fateful night, as she watched from the side of the stage, watching me drink hydrochloric acid on the very first test tube, we have bags 1, 2, 3, and 4. You get to decide. It's not cruel, it's entertainment. It's going to be okay. I lost track of it too. All right, which bag do you think? 1, 2, 3, or 4?
Has it in it?
Oh, precision of language, yes. Yes, which bag do you think has the nail?
The third one in from the left.
From your left or my left? We have 1, 2, 3, and 4. 3. So you think this one has, so if I smash any of these other bags, I'm fine.
I will not watch, but I hope so.
All right. Ashley, which one should I smash then? 1, 2, or 4?
1.
No! Oh! That was good. That was really good. Thank you so much for saving me, Ashley. Thank you very much. My nephew is just laughing up he thinks this is so funny. He wasn't there that night. He wasn't in the hospital for a week. We have bags 1, 2, and 4. Uncle Frank, you get to choose anyone else.
Colleen.
Colleen, also known as Cousin Sue. Cousin Sue, we have bags 1, 2, and 3. Which bag should I smash? 1. I should mention, this is far more fun with suspenseful music. All right. Bag 1, smash. If I smash one of these, it'll be a bad day. But if I smash this one, I'm going to be fine. We're hoping. All right. Thank you. Oh, you're welcome. Oh, what's that? Oh no. I'm gonna put my hands into the hands of the absurd now. You get to make the final choice. We have bag 1 or 2. Which one do you think is safe? Which is the safe bag?
Safe bag?
Yeah. This is the safe one. So this one has the nail. So if I smash this one, it'll be a bad day. But if I smash that one, we can continue with the show.
Smash the one on this end.
On this end? Oh, smash this? Okay, so smash this one. All right. How sure are you? How sure are you? How sure are you?
Not sure?
Are you sure?
No, I'm not sure.
You're not sure?
I'll step back.
Okay. Now I don't know if he's being absurd or rational about this. Safe bag. Just in case, let me shake your hand now. Thank you for coming to the show. And safe bag. Oh, that one, it did have the nail. Thankfully, I hit it at the wrong spot, but oh my goodness, that one has never happened before. It's a good thing I missed. He's trying to kill me. Maybe I shouldn't do this trick anymore. Uncle Frank, you did a wonderful job. Thank you so very much.
Thank you for being still alive.
This reminds me of the time upstairs, Bob, where the light fixture almost killed us, but nearly killed us, but then we were saved. I think there's spirits here tonight. Yeah, thank you so much. One more big hand for my Uncle Frank. Wow. There's some kind of strange things going on here tonight between the light fixtures, the wrong bag, but getting saved anyway. That was kind of freaky. Well, now that we've had our suspense, we've had our music, we've had some magic, we've had some jokes, I thought they were funny. We now come to that part of the show that you've truly, truly all been waiting for. This is the poetry reading. I have some poems for you guys. Originals, not like most of my jokes that I steal from the big book of jokes. These are my own poems. And of course, they are based off of life experiences. They're things that have happened to my life. If you grab one of my business cards, which is on the table, you'll see my slogan is illusion, poetry, music, life. And a lot of people get hung up on what the poetry means. Well, of course, poetry is poetry, but also because I write books as well. And broadly speaking, the poetry refers to the books and the stories that I tell. But there are some poems. And this first poem I'm going to tell you folks is one that a mountain told me. A mountain told me this poem. Skinner Park, I went for a walk one day and this mountain just recited this poem to me. So I'm going to recite this for you now. Okay. On top of the world, A gentle blanket rests over weeping rocks, and a butterfly dances erratically by trees fallen by fists of wind, revealing what was once hidden. My heart so longs to feel what moves butterfly wings, but can feel only you, beautiful spring flower in bloom. For you, my sweet, make my heart flutter and soul sing. It matters not if tomorrow you would wilt and wither away, for behold, you are a promise of summer and a blessing for today. So for now, my dear, let me adore you. Let me say I love you. Hold my hand, my love, and I will hold your gaze, melting in your smile's embrace. And if tomorrow is our fall into winter, you will forever bloom in my heart, a heaven sent filling my soul. Behold, it is you, my beautiful, my sweet, my dear, my love. It is you that brings rocks to tears, by fists of wind carrying melodies that move butterfly wings. You are the one that makes my heart as gentle as that blanket on top of the world. I've never seen poetry get applause before. Thank you. It's usually this. Yeah, John, you're right. But it's a true story. This was back in, this was during my bicycle ride days, back in 2010. Just after my bicycle ride, I should say. For those of you who don't know, I quit my job. I gave away all my things, sold my car, left my apartment, and hopped on a bicycle for California. I didn't get far. Made it to Connecticut. Just over the border. Yeah. So I had to come back. But the problem is I didn't have a job. I didn't have any things. I didn't have any money. So I didn't get to where I said I was going to go. I didn't get to where I thought I wanted to go. But I got exactly to where I needed to be. Just like I started today. It's a magical life. I started off the day with my own preconceived notions of what I was going to do today. I never climbed that mountain. Otherwise, maybe I would have heard another poem. But I did meet a man named Derek who needed to get to Georgia. You never know what's going to happen. That bike ride, even though I didn't make it to where I thought I needed to go, I did get something that was even more special. I got a completely clean slate. All of the troubles, all of the worries, all of the things that had been holding me back for so long, all of a sudden were completely wiped clean, and I was able to finally start afresh. There's no real reset button in life, but I got as close as I could during that time in my life. And it was during that time I did climb a mountain. The mountain told me that poem. But during that same time in my life, I dropped the microphone again. And I had visited a church with my father. Not this one, but it was a church in Amherst called Heaven on Planet Earth, or Hope Church in Amherst. And on this particular day, I never thought of my father as a religious man, but I was fascinated when he said that he used to go to church here. I hosted as a guest judge at a talent show here a few years ago, and my father told me, he was here that night. He said, yeah, I used to go to church here. And then that time I went to church with him. I never saw him as a religious man, but he certainly had his faith. And at this church this day, it was a parishioner's birthday. And on that day, what they did was they brought the parishioner up, much like this, if you can imagine that I'm a woman. And it was her birthday, and everyone took turns, one at a time, standing up, saying various memories that they had of her, positive things that they thought of her. And it reminded me of a living eulogy, as if that she was, everyone was remembering her because she had already passed on, but she had the benefit of being alive, so she could hear all these nice things now. I imagine in my mind that at the end of the service, we were going to put her in a box, carry her outside, and bury her. We didn't actually do that. But that planted a little seed. And around that same time, I was watching an episode of Scrubs, because that's a hilarious TV show. And I remember it was season 3, episode 14. And I remember it's season 3, episode 14, because it's the Pi episode. 314, Pi, season 3, episode 14. It was the episode called My Screw Up. And if you haven't seen this episode, I'm not going to give away the ending, but do yourself a favor, track it down and watch it. It's going to make you laugh. It's going to make you cry. In a sense, it reminded me of this one time, Kevin James, the famous comedian, King of Queens, he came to me once in a dream. Wasn't that kind of dream. He didn't want to be the king of, never mind. And he said to me, he said, Jonas, the same things that make us cry also make us laugh. And I believe that's true, because a lot of times when people are laughing, I'm crying. And a lot of times when people are crying, I'm laughing. I'm just absurd that way sometimes. So it was watching this episode of Scrubs, having that experience at Heaven on Planet Earth Church, and having my own personal life experience as a backdrop, I wrote this next poem. And along the way, I also came up with a special magic trick to go along with it. Between poetry, music, magic, it's all a form of expression. So all of the things that I strive to do can be translated into various mediums. So this next poem will have a magic trick associated with it. I should also mention, I was telling some people before the show, I was up all night practicing this trick. Literally, I didn't go to bed. I stayed up all night. The trick never worked. I was up all night practicing. It never worked. I was like, okay, I'm just going to go on the 5K. I'm going to go to school. I haven't slept. But I hope what this means is that because I practiced all night and now I'm really, really tired, that the trick is going to work. But if it doesn't work, just pretend that it did anyway. And clap anyway. So here's the poem, inspired by a TV show, inspired by a morbid thought at church and by life. I have to get into the zone for this one. Everyone was gathered around today with the sun shining through leaves of the dell. It was beautiful. What more can I say? We gathered to honor you and to pray for your journey on. And, well, everyone was gathered around today. As they all spoke of you, I looked your way. You were smiling with a love we know well. It was beautiful. What more can I say? I became confused. I thought that I may have been dreaming it. And then I heard the bell. Everyone was gathered around today. I looked to you, but you had gone away. Rather, a lone box lay where the leaves fell. It was beautiful. What more can I say? Just a dream. This is your funeral today. I miss you more than I could ever tell. Everyone was gathered around today. It was beautiful. Nothing more to say. didn't think it would. I didn't think it would.
I'm sorry, Jonas, Mom didn't clap for that one.
Oh, no, that's okay.
I was on the edge of my seat.
That's okay. I'm just glad it worked. I did not think it was going to work. That one's, you know what I like about that one? If art is a lie that points to the truth, then magic, I use magic as a way to point to the truth. Because isn't magic the ultimate lie if we believe that illusion is just one big lie telling us, right? On that particular life experience, I had this experience where my whole body felt like needles were sticking into me. You know that experience when you lie down wrong or sit wrong and your leg or arm falls asleep? It feels like needles sticking into you. My whole body felt like that, and I just wanted to get the needles out. So that's why I came up with this. I'm just thrilled it worked. I'm glad you were all here. Thank you for coming. Thank you for being here for that. The rest of the show is going to be a piece of cake now. A lot of times people ask me, Jonas, why don't you do something more practical with your magic? People always ask me, Jonas, why don't you do something more practical with your magic? I thank you for asking in scattered unison. Thank you. I do, just like Mark, thank you. I do practical things with my magic. In fact, I have a dollar bill. The ultimate thing in practical, right, is money. People are always like, money. What do you do is often the question. What do you do? How do you make money? Ashley, hi. Check out that dollar bill. Make sure that is a real dollar bill that you might find in your own home.
Yeah, I don't have dollars.
Well, you don't have dollars because you're a teacher. Teachers don't make money. It is real. I'm going to show you the most practical thing I know with a dollar bill. The most practical thing I know. You fold it up tiny, so you can't tell if it's a 1, maybe a 5, or a 10, or a 20. But when you open it up, if it doesn't look like a $1 bill anymore, but it looks like something much different, that's how you know it's not a real dollar bill. Will you please inspect this new bill? Could you please tell us, what does that bill look like? A $100 bill. Is that a real $100 bill?
It's real.
It seems real, but it's not. It is a fake $100 bill. It's true. In fact, as a teacher, you probably know this. On the dollar bill, you know who's on the dollar bill, right? Well, on the $100 bill, but who's on the $1 bill? On the $1 bill? George Washington. You know why he's on there? First president. He's just like, why? You're like, tell me, teacher. Well, I will tell you. He was our first president. That's why they decided to put George Washington on the $1 bill. On the $100 bill, you know who they put on there? Ben Franklin, because he was our 100th president. That's why they put Hamilton on the $10 bill. He was our 10th president. I'm going to need this back. Carol really wants to keep it. No, you know what? I'll tell you what. I like you. I really do. In fact, I dare say I love you. Thank you. Oh, I need a hug. If you leave with nothing else today, well, it's not going to be this. It's going to be this thought. No matter what we want in this life, we can achieve it. We can, no matter what we want. Whether it's graduate from college, run a 5K, jump out of an airplane, bring a stranger to the airport, a new friend. I have a new friend. No matter what we want, we can achieve it. But nothing ever stays the same. Everything moves on and everything changes. So achieving our biggest, most wildest dreams will never make us happy because we will always want more. And that $100 bill will seem nothing more than a simple $1 bill once again. The important thing to remember is that it's not achieving these things. It's not our individual triumphs throughout the days, but I like to think that it's more about the people that we meet along the way and how they make us feel. Now, you guys make me feel good. How do you all feel? Oh, there you go. A tear. We now come to a very important part of the show that Michael's been waiting for. Michael's been holding this box in his lap this whole time. And he's starting to think, well, what is so important about this box? Do you have any idea what's inside? Did anyone try and get inside? Did Erskine try and get inside? Erskine, did Michael try and get inside? No. Okay, good. I'd like you to please bring the box to the front of the hall, and let's give Michael a nice big hand. You may place the box right up here, you may step right on this side. Oh, yes, perhaps the most important piece of all. You've been holding love this whole time. Isn't that nice? That's a little throwaway, touchy-feely moment. A throwaway. I don't know about you, but I'm having a ball. I really. I'll stick to the magic. All right. This has a combination lock. Do you have any idea what the combination is? I'll give you a hint. It's a magical life. Every day is special. Today's special. Today is special. What's today? It's May 21st. It's 5:21. 5:21. Let's turn the dials to 521. But first, drop the pen on the floor. That's very important. Yes, very important. Yeah, and so it's already on 5, yeah? And then we have... okay, moved it to 5, yeah. And then to 2. And then, I just bought this at Staples, so I don't know if it's actually going to work. And then there's 1. Does that open the lock? If you pull that little thing through. It opens! Before you open the lid, though. Give him a big hand, though. That's hard to do when you can't see. I'm impressed. Before you open the box, I'm going to tell you what you're going to find. You're actually going to see a few things inside, but the first thing that's going to be really staring back at you is the secret to all magic in the world. It's also the cause of all world suffering. Yet, it's also the solution to such problems. It's true. It's true. You're going to open the box. You're not going to take out what you find just yet, but you're going to really look at it. And you're going to think about what you see. Please open the box now and peer inside. Do you see something staring back at you?
Yes.
For the first time, Michael, please tell us, what do you see inside the box? Don't take it out. Just tell us what you see staring at you.
All of it?
No, just well, there should be one thing glaring.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, me.
It's who?
I see me staring at me.
He sees himself. Because we are our own worst enemy, and yet we are also our own best friend. Please, you can take it out and show everyone what it is. It's a mirror, yeah. That's okay, my philosophy is lost on you. There are 2 other things inside of this box. There's one that's kind of more bright. We'll deal with that one first. You can take it out and hold it up high so everyone can see. Yep. Hold it up. What is this?
It's a lemon.
It's a lemon. It's not just any lemon. It's a very special lemon. It's been in your lap this whole time. Very special lemon. We are going to... Now, of course, I did tell you that this was a gift. This was the real gift. This was the real gift. You could just take this home with you. And then when you go and cut it open and eat it at home, this would be the most amazing thing for you and Erskine. But no one else would be able to experience this. So because of that, we're going to experience this all together. This one's a combination lock. Will you please pull that out and tell everyone what that is?
It's a condom.
It's a... That's not what it is. I don't know what kind of household you are, if that's a kind of... Open up, and what is that?
Seems to be the 3 of clubs with a missing piece.
The 3 of clubs with a missing piece. Barbara, do you have that missing piece? The missing piece. Does that match?
Perfect match.
A perfect match, Michael. That is for you. Take a bow. The 3 of clubs. Inside a lemon. You were holding the box before you picked the card, and then the card torn and mind blown. There's one more thing in the box.
Can I keep it?
You can keep that. It's a little lemony. There's one last thing. You can take that out and hold it up high so everyone can see. Can you tell everyone what this is?
Seems to be a record.
It's a record. It's a very special record. I can't really tell what it's music of. The label has been torn asunder. However, Jen is way ahead of me. Jen has a secret song. Remember, everyone picked songs that we're gonna play on the saxophone. I couldn't play, most of them, but some of them I could play. And Jen, you had a secret song. We're going to put the record onto. Conveniently, I have a record player. Onto the record player, and you're going to tell us in a loud, clear voice. Let's stop the other music. What song do you have requested?
Do I say it?
Oh yeah.
All right. This little light of mine.
I'm glad I didn't try to play that on the saxophone. I don't know how to play that on the saxophone. Let's see. Thank you so much. Remember, it's a magical life. Today is special. And let your light shine. My name is Jonas Cain. Thank you so much. Yep.